Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the month of February 2025. My name is Laura, aka Baby Curl Tarot, and we are going to be taking a look at what the month of February has in store for you. But before we go ahead and do that, I want to take a moment to talk about something that is close to my heart. So if you want to go ahead and skip to the reading, you are more than welcome to do so now. But if you want to learn more about what you can potentially do to help those who have been affected by the LA wildfires, please stick around. I live in a county that is neighboring LA. I have friends, I have family that live there, so this is really personal to me. But I'm sure that a lot of you watching this video have also felt the incredible amount of sadness that all of us here in California are feeling, which is why I wanted to share some ways that you can help those who've been directly affected by these fires. I can tell you from firsthand experience that there is an immense need right now in LA for things like hygiene products, water, non perishable foods, clothing, blankets, and so much more. And these needs are honestly going to extend long after the fires are actually put out, just because there are going to be so many people that aren't going to be in a position to rebuild immediately. One beautiful thing I will say about LA and Californians in general is that we've really come together and shown out for our neighbors in terms of volunteering and donating. It's been really beautiful to see, and I just feel that now more than ever. We are going to need to come together and support one another as a national and maybe even global community. Um, so, with all that said, I've included some links to some organizations that are actively taking donations right now to help those affected by the wildfires. So, if you want to check that out and donate, um, that would be wonderful. Um, and if you've made it this far, I really appreciate you taking the time to listen. Now, let's get into your reading. All right, Gemini, let's get into your reading and see what you need to know for February 2025. My spiritual team, Divine Feminine Tarot. What messages do you have for the Gemini Collective for February 2025? What messages do you have for the Gemini Collective for February 2025? All right, let's see. We have the Four of Swords. Okay, rest and reflection, temperance, balance. Love that. Queen of Cups in reverse. Queen of Swords. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. What could this possibly be talking about, Gemini? I think you guys are working on balancing your emotional and logical intelligence, mental intelligence, regular intelligence. How do I word that? These two queens, Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords, couldn't be more different. Queen of Cups relies on her intuition, her compassion, her emotions, to connect with others, to heal others. Queen of Swords is a very like no nonsense. Everything has to make sense logically, or I want nothing to do with it. Queen of Swords is a very intelligent energy. Now, keep in mind, just because these are two queens does not mean you have to be a woman or identify as a woman or female. Everything in the tarot that is quote unquote gendered is not gender specific to us in real life. You could be a man, you could be non-binary, you could be trans. It does not matter what your gender identity is. We can all identify with queens, kings, empresses, and emperors. Okay, so just kind of take that out of your mind if you're hung up there. But what essentially I'm seeing is like you have a really strong logical side, which makes sense because Geminis are air signs and you guys tend to focus more on your logical side than your emotional intelligence. I've only known a handful of Geminis in my life, and I feel like most of you guys are like, you really pride yourself in the knowledge that you carry around with you. Very well educated, very well versed in communication, and what's the word I'm looking for here? Just relating to people in general through through logic and words and information, okay? Now, where you guys could use some improvement is your emotional intelligence. Some of you guys may not have got a lock on that yet. I'm trying to say that as kindly as possible, Geminis, but some of you guys could be emotional train wrecks every now and then. Um, Nothing wrong with that. I'm definitely an emotional train wreck every now and then too. Um, but I feel like specifically there could be a trigger, something that triggers you emotionally and you don't quite have a handle on it yet, or you haven't figured out exactly how to work through that yet. Does that make sense? We got some work to do. I'm hearing therapy. I'm hearing bring it back into balance. Um, Also, some of you guys just may be leaning a lot more into like your logical side to the point where like you can't relate to certain people, and you may be having trouble like understanding people's perspectives or points of view because you're not understanding the emotional side of things. That could also be a thing that you need to work on. Having the logic and all of that is great as well, but the beautiful thing that makes us human is our ability to feel and empathize and connect with others through emotions and feelings, not just through logic and information. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bottom of the deck and see what else comes up. Okay, we have the Five of Cups. Oh, we have the Ace of Cups reversed and the Hierophant reversed. Okay. Nine of Wands reversed and the Six of Cups. Oh, Gemini, 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 Gemini. Some of you, some of you may have gone through like a breakup recently. Some of you may have gone through a breakup recently. Some of you may have specifically gone through a divorce, something, a bigger separation. Does that make sense? A bigger ending. So take what resonates here, but I feel like a lot of you guys are kind of realizing things maybe a little too late or working on things a little too late. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like this is something that was brought up by your partner multiple times. Maybe it's the way that you communicated. Maybe this is the way that you handled certain conversations. Maybe this is the way you handled certain things in the house. Like, I'm not really sure. Again, take what resonates. But I feel like a lot of you guys are now starting to realize and reflect on what they were saying. And I feel like you guys are getting a clearer picture on what was missing from you to make the relationship work. You know, I'm just the messenger, Gemini. If you don't like it, I do apologize, but that's what I'm seeing. If this doesn't resonate with you, then this isn't for you. But for those of you where this is resonating and you guys are open to reflecting and owning up to that aspect of the situation, then I definitely feel like awareness is the first step, right? And so if you're here and you're in the reading and you're taking it as like, yeah, I get it, like I messed up, you're already doing a lot better than you were before the relationship ended. So congratulations to you for that. That takes an incredible amount of maturity. Okay, so again, I just feel like you are in that process of reflecting, taking ownership of where things may have gone wrong, and now you're working towards how can I improve myself for the future. Maybe things don't work out in a way where you and this person can get back together. Maybe there is an opportunity. I don't know. It's going to be individual, specific to each of you and your individual situations. But in general, I feel like this is a really big growth opportunity in general with the Seven of Pentacles. So, either way, this is a positive thing to me. You have an opportunity to grow, to become a better version of yourself. And I feel like you guys are starting to take those steps to do so. Okay. Now I am sensing that there is still some sadness. There is still kind of some regret over how the relationship ended. I would say give yourself and your former partner that space to heal. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend reaching out to them, especially at this stage of the healing phase for you. and things may still be very, very fresh for them. So I think taking this time to really reflect and sit with yourself and do that healing, that self work. For some of you, it's inner child work with the Sex of Cups. You guys are going to need that time and space for healing for yourselves. Okay. But I do just want to say that, like, the Knight of Wands in reverse tells me that you guys are ready and willing to do that work. So I applaud you for that. Overall, this is a positive thing. I know it hurts and there is still like a twinge of sadness and heartache in there, but overall, in the long run, I think this is going to be a great first step for you guys. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move on to an oracle deck to close out the reading. Spiritual team, Citadel Oracle. What final messages do you have for the Gemini collective? Oh, I had one flip over. The Musician, inspiration, gratitude. Interesting. I feel like there's a song. There is a song specifically that may remind you of this relationship or may remind you of the work that you still need to do. Does that make sense? And I think this is a song that is going to be guiding you through your healing journey. And this may be a song that when you look back 2, 3, 5 years down the road, you're going to hear the song and you're like, wow, that was such a beautiful time for growing and healing, or my growth and my healing. And look how far I've come. I love this. I love that. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? Spiritual team. What final messages do you have for the Gemini collective for February 2025? All right. We have the order, communication and confidence. I love that. Gemini being a very communicative sign, I think this is so fitting for you. So this communication and this confidence in your ability to change and grow and develop your communication style, develop your ability to connect with others in different ways is going to be such a beautiful growth journey for you guys. And I think that this is going to help you out in a lot of other areas of life as well, not just romantically, but I think this could help. Like, this could show up in your work environment. This could show up in your family dynamics. This could show up in the way that you relate to your friends or your best friend. You know what I mean? I think that there is just a ripple effect of growth and general benefits to this change. Does that make sense? And finally, at the bottom of the deck, we have the diviner, divine timing and evaluation. Yeah, so evaluating. I feel like that's the energy you guys are in at this point in time. You're reflecting, evaluating your part in it, where you can improve, all of that. Again, just try not to get stuck so much in like the sad part of it. Not saying again that you cannot feel your feelings. I think that is an important part of growth, is being able to release those emotions that are building up inside of us. But I feel like that pain can also be a huge, beautiful catalyst for change if you can channel it into that again through balanced efforts. Okay, there's balance in everything, and I think balance is probably going to be the word of the year, maybe for you guys, Geminis, or at least for the month of February. But finding balance in yourself and how you relate to others is going to be, I think, key. Anyways, Geminis, that is what I'm seeing for you guys this month. Please leave a like, a comment, and maybe share with another Gemini if this message resonates. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future. And I really just want to take a moment to say thank you so much again for watching this video, and I really hope to see you next time. Bye.